Hello, let me just turn this off, moly. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Been messing around with the difficulty, because everyone was way too difficult for me. It's about right now. Hello, Fury. Do you know what game that's from, though? I know it's like my favourite game. Actually, you might have heard me spiel about it before. Right, let's go and do a few more laps. You do not recognise. It's Destruction Derby 2. The best game. I don't need to listen to speed limits. It is very naughty, exactly. I think it was late 90s, right? 96. I don't know when that game came out. 96, 97? I suck at this track. I absolutely suck at it. I've just added all the names to the list that needed adding. I'll try and remember what it is in a minute. For some reason my gear shift just failed there. There we go. Well, we've got a couple more names to the FIA GT list today. I like the track, yeah, like I did do a race back in the VEC days in the URD LMP2s here, and I was really good because it was a mixed condition race. So I think we got like second. Oh no, we didn't actually. When we were going down the back straight, some guy, after I did my stint, I brought the car in first or second place, and what happened? The guy I was racing with, he put the car into reverse down the straight. He managed to press his reverse button, and he actually stopped racing after that incident, because apparently he'd been fucking up quite a lot before and he just had enough of making mistakes. But he didn't stop racing, he stopped VEC. It was too serious. It's understandable. I stopped at some point as well. I will enter at some point. You will. At one point we end up having a whole grid full of people's names. So I've already set up the GDB, and then I had to enter everyone's new names that was on there. And maybe in the future I'll say that it will go on there after the round that I've set up, because it was a bit of a pain in the ass to try and get through everything. Like, I set the time up to be like 1:30, and then it got to like 2:30, and I got to like 1:30, and I hadn't even put the wheel up yet to test what difficulty level I should be at or anything. The corners are deceptively more hard than the other ones. We're working on 2,000 spots today. Yeah, I saw your post on the Discord just before I jumped on. It is looking rather nice. It's going to make me sound like a real ungrateful git, but if I had started this series maybe, you know, later, we could have had it in here as well, but maybe we'll revisit it at some point and do a one-off special event with those cars, because it looks like something I would absolutely love to do. It's amazing how big this project is. Like, every time I look at it, it's just expanding, expanding, expanding. More suspensions are breaking, breaking, and breaking some more. I know, it's so cool though, isn't it? 82 cars going not breakneck speeds. That's my kind of racing. Yes, but it's perfect, isn't it? And then like some ditzy Peugeot wins it, right? IRL. Seems my lap times are around similar to my teammates, even when I'm pushing to the best of my ability. But the AI has a lot of grip around the last corner. I really don't. Yeah, my lap times are around the same. It's going to be a bit of a harder run for me. This car was never really winning, so you know I'm kind of getting what I wanted. But when you push that hard and you're still in 7th place, not always a great feeling. So we'll do the same as we did last time. I'll do the first stint. My teammate will do the second stint, and then I will go to the end. And it's on time this time, so it's whatever comes first, either 500 kilometers or 3 hours. Am I using stop Viper sounds? Yeah, I assume so. I don't know. I don't really touch the sounds in games that often. Doesn't bother me. When they're nice, they're nice. I don't know. I know there's like sound packs, but they're always so old. I'm wary of their quality. But again, I don't really know much about the sounds in these things. Just stay in 3rd for this left-hander here. The right foot braking just in case I need to flick it down to 2nd. Oh yeah, go on. Yeah, I will. Sounds like fun. Ah, gave me a flat spot. A flat spot? Out of the way. Down to 2nd. First, I mean. This chicane is the worst. The guy who actually won this race when I was doing it in VEC back in the day was actually using a flight joystick. Yeah, we're not going to go any faster than that, I don't think. We'll jump into the race. So let's have a look what you said. A2 car grids with fast speed 2 minutes 45. Nighttime traffic hell. A lot of pit stops. The AI are more aggressive than to say, oh wow. That's amazing. I'm really looking forward to it coming out. So my lap times are down towards like Kurzur. My teammates are more up here. We're just behind Bill Penguino in the actually it's where we should be, behind the number 3 car. My teammate. Actually, I don't know where we should be on track, but this lap time was put in by our teammate. So was it not, or was it me? I can't remember anymore. I haven't looked at the I do for the ALMS, but I don't look at the racing thing. Was it like grid? Oh boy, grid. Lister. All right, so what we were actually like IRL. Like a second. 1.2 seconds off the number 3 we would be. But I don't really care. We're going to be that far off by the end of it. Let me press some other buttons. So, who have we got on the grid from the Discord today? We have got, we'll continue to the race when they've all entered the pits. Come on, get in the pits. There we go. So we've got David Osborne from the Discord on pole again in the number... Oh, he actually is not on pole again. He actually retired from the last race in number 15 car. Got Tony Seller in P2 in the Chamberlain Engineering number 2 car. Who else we got on this list? Bill Penguino is in the number 3 Zinger Motorsport, my teammate from the Discord. Myself, of course, from the Discord. Who else we got on here? We got Al Nuno from the Discord, or Nuno Pavia. He is driving the number 1 Chamberlain Engineering car. Who else we got on here? And I think that is all the people from the Discord today. We've got no First Racing, we've got no Reitzer Engineering, no Lars Kessel Racing by Michael. Nope. We have Lister Storm with David, we have Nuno, Bill, and no Dylan in the ART car. Do I give the humans a talent file? I don't. I don't know how I do it. That Osborne is doing alright, yeah. I don't know. I just try and make it as easy as possible. I don't know about anything about any of those things. So, no. I tried to have a look at it for the ALMS stuff, but they didn't have talent files either, so I've just been doing it with weights. Maybe I should give them a talent file. I don't know. We'll have to think about that after today, because it's too late. Right, let's go to the race. So it's 3 hours or 120 laps. In real life, this race was red flagged after 23 laps or so. They were under safety car after lap 13. Yeah, I'll definitely pick your brains about it. I'm just lazy. I just can't be asked. Basically. I don't think there'll be any rain today. The weather is randomized, as is the retirements, which I have on a different screen here. But you can't see that, luckily. Okay. Let's go, I guess. Oh, don't tell me it's going to do the countdown thing. It is. Let's turn the engine off then. Yeah, so the red flagged race, yeah. That was, that was red flagged. So I've had to make it up. Surprisingly, even though they only raced for like 13 laps, they managed to have, 2 retirements on lap 1. Which I think is actually represented in this. I wanted to keep that in. Just because I thought it was really fucking stupid. Beautiful list of cars there. Car Sport Holland. So I have also given them the right weights. You can see the Lister with 40 kilograms of weight has struggled and is actually now just in front of Kur. I'm one of the Chamberlain Motorsport cars. Love that number 19 there. We head back. There's quite a lot of GTs for this race. NGT didn't really take off until 2001 when they they outnumbered the GT cars. The Marcos is amazing. There's actually, there was like a Marcos newspaper. They're on my Discord somewhere. And it talks about the year of racing in 2000 with Marcos. They were meant to run in the IMSA series. But it didn't happen because they did not allow sequential gearboxes to run at Daytona. I think that's a pretty cool piece of information. And they were basically thrown out of... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I need to go back here a second. Yes. Oh no. Restart. Ah, God, I need to turn this off. I forgot about this. I thought I would be able to do a lap like you do in F1 Challenge, but you can't in this game. It just sits you on the grid for like 10 years. Okay. And the NGT weights have been done as well, so hopefully we'll see a different winner today. There we go. My clutch is working again. Just check all the gears. And that's why I was struggling. My clutch was automatic. It wasn't letting me change the gear correctly. Okay, but reverse works. Oh boy, you got David Osborne up behind. Elaborate Herbeth Motorsports up ahead. Looks like this race is kind of being led by the Conrad Motorsports car. Oh no, sorry, I'm missing a line there. I've probably told the story 100 times when I saw British GT at Silverstone 1999. That's amazing. Do you know how old I would have been in 1999? I've got a watch-along channel in the Discord, and I intend to use it for like watching like old motorsport nights or something. So I found like the British GT 2000 highlights. You can probably watch the whole season in a night. Probably take like an hour and a half. I watched 2 rounds of it, and it was fucking amazing. I enjoyed every second of it. You're watching the review? How did you get that? Oh, oh yeah. You're talking about the British one? Or the the actual FIA GT one? Because Clennon was in the British GT one, and that was funny, yeah. He was like trying to describe the different classes, and the woman's like... and the woman's just like, yes, that's how it works. Now let's go racing. There's like barely any description was done. They're just like, yes. So David Osborne, we might have to press the space bar as we get towards the end of the lap to make sure they line up correctly. But we'll go through the formation lap first. Because at the moment, I think our teammate is behind us. Amanda Stretton, yes. You're like an encyclopedia of like vintage GT racing. But yeah, because I'm of course doing this series, I'm really trying to find as much footage as I can. It's a shame that... Oh, Hugh Chamberlain. Yeah, he owns the Chamberlain cars here, I imagine, as well. Catching up, or are we just... I know she was someone's wife. Usually happens. Gotta really watch out with flat spotting here. Okay, we're not really catching. We're gonna press the space bar before the end of the lap. And we're gonna go green. I'll just crash into the back of these guys. All across yellow. Just gotta keep running until we get to the line. Come on, gears. Hey, Digital Racer, how you doing? Oh my lord. Oh my goodness. good. Enjoying my first day off this week. Well, I'm supposed to have a day off tomorrow, but they've managed to ring me in to do some deliveries in the morning, which will take all morning. So it's not much of a day off really. Yeah, my last race was really fun. Just gonna stay behind him for the full course yellow. Made some good positions there. David Osborne has moved down to second place. Seems to be no timer. Is that what happens when you hit the full course yellow? Does the timer go? How'd that work? I don't know. Was the timer ever there? I don't know. Confusion. Find out, I guess. This is the first full course yellow we've had so far. Yeah, it's really annoying. I turned down, as in like I turned up the full course yellow threshold. Well, what do I mean? I made full course yellow more readily available in the ALMS one, and I haven't had anything, and I haven't changed it on this, and I'm now getting a full course yellow. Kind of to be expected though with that tight first corner. Wonder who we lost. Yeah, I haven't had to drive at a full course yellow for a long time. Wonder what it was about. Sounded really Canadian then. About? What there was about? Wonder if that website still functions. www.gtracing.net. Did anyone else hear that FFF Motorsports have closed down? The team that was dominating like the GT racing. For a few years. I think it's a Chinese team or Chinese sponsored team. Yeah, crash in T1. Gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's confusing. Grasso Racing and them, yeah. Yeah, green and orange, weren't they? Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. I didn't read fully because I was busy. I've been doing constant AI racing on that Twitch channel that does AI racing on Assetto Corsa. I have been addicted to it for the last 2 days. That's all I do. Let's have a look. A few positions between us and our teammate. No idea when the safety car is going to come in. So everyone's still on track. We do be struggling. Oh, that's great to hear, Racer. Love to get some written up reports or streams or something, or videos on them. That'd be great to see. What series are you racing and what are you planning? Oh, brilliant. Are you using the Power and Glory mod for that? I wanted to do something similar, but there was a lot of cars missing that I wanted to make full grids. And I couldn't find the mods to replace them with. I couldn't find the mods to put them in. I know GP Labs managed to do it and create some sort of a realistic grid, but I couldn't figure it out. So what are you, so 2.0, oh, you do an R factor, oh brilliant. That sounds really fun. Yeah, I wanted to start this series in 1997 to do the FIA GT stuff from then, but I couldn't find, I had the Le Mans cars from like 1998, but I didn't have a series that went with it. So I'm thinking if I want to do an Interject series, I'll do like a 1997 to 1999 season at some point. When's this safety car coming in then? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Off F1 race, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think you can do that in the 1917s. It's up to you. I like putting them online because I like to be able to share and talk about this racing whilst doing it. And plus I've always liked archiving my stuff. Like my YouTube channel is full of my Armour 3 videos over the last like 4 years, 5 years. Other racing events, rallies, bits of playing with my friends. Just because like, I don't know, I like the nostalgia of putting it out there. And especially for this, like, I don't know, I've got my spreadsheets and everything that allow me to see what's been going on, but nothing beats an actual record of the footage of the race, you know what I mean? So you have the spreadsheet and then you have the story that goes along with it. And I think I quite like that. But if it's just for you and you want to do it for yourself, like, there's nothing wrong with doing it for yourself. I mean, it's basically, yeah. Basically, I think my point is, I'm recording it, not because I want people to watch it, but because I think, for me, it works well. And it's the only reason I really started streaming, like, my Armour videos and stuff, is so my dad could watch it. And then, of course, you would share the videos after the operation with everyone else, and I could watch the operations back. And it's the same, like, I've watched the Charlotte race back, Reed Phoenix, and I thought that was a really fun race. I really enjoyed watching that back. And it, you see a lot of things differently to when you're doing it compared to when you're rewatching it back. I have terabytes of Armour over 3 sessions. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I don't want to store it. I don't want to make videos out of them. I just want to upload them as they are. Maybe, like, doing it on Twitch or something might have been the best place to do it. But then I thought, well, for archiving, you know, YouTube has the playlisting system. It has the ability to, like, insta-save live streams and stuff. And plus, I'm pretty much on YouTube all the time anyway. I'm never really on Twitch. So it made sense. Oh, the safety car's coming in. there was one going for the outside there. Number 2 Chamberlain Motorsport car going for the inside. And he got it. He got right in there. Up my tyres there as well, trying to get out of the back of that car. Means I'm going to have to watch my tyres now for the rest of this stint. Time has continued, so we've only got 2 hours. Oh my god, my tyres are fucked. God damn it. AI fucking me over. Fuck you. Oh my god, my tyres are ruined. I'm very unhappy with that person. Very, very unhappy with that person. Screw you. Oh my lord. We'll try and do the best that we can. We've got 90 litres of fuel. We're just locking up all the time. All cross yellow again. You gotta be kidding me. The AI be doing my fucking head in. When are we gonna get a decent racing endurance game with modern engineering? I love GTR2, but sometimes it is just painful, and this is one of those examples. So now we're gonna go around in circles again. My lord. Might even need to turn off the ability to lock tyres or something. Oh my lord. Again. Yeah. Well, it's not formation laps. We are under full course yellow. The second one of this race. It's really weird. There's a car that sounds like a harp in the background or somewhere. 23 green flag. Yeah, it's actually imitating the real life race. Well, actually, that's okay because I'm in a points position. My tyres are ruined. I'll tell you what I'll do. If we just run the engine, I'll run out of fuel. We'll come in for a pit stop. Oh my god! I just touched the brakes like that. Watch this, ready? Just, I'll lightly brush the brakes. Oof. It is. It's T1. It's T1. They are hitting each other off the track, I believe. We have one out already. We'll get to that when we're out the car. Hello, Flower of Athens, though. How are you doing? Oh, I kind of ignored your arrival. Too busy shouting at my tyres being terrible. god, these tyres are ruined. Come on. My tyres are square. Are you square? I know, I just don't want to I don't want to cheat the system. GTR2 AI does not pit under yellow, so I don't feel like I should either. I try and play with gentleman's rules, especially if I'm doing a championship against AI. If it's against people, then fuck it, yeah, I'll do it, but I don't know. What do we reckon? It's like playing Project Cars 2 with your own pit strategy when you're trying to do an endurance race. It's like completely, you're going to win every time because you can think better than they can, which is no thinking at all. Yeah, you do. It's crazy. Well, which is why I have the flat spots turned on, but maybe they're too hard. There's too much of a flat spot. I might have to turn them off. Because it's like I'm having to deal with stupid AI and it just ruins my tyres. But we'll do that possibly for the next race. Obviously making changes every race. I was thinking about turning them off anyway, but... or maybe at least turning them down. It's a bit hard to know which one is the turning down though. I think it's the initial. Hello, Gabriel Nunez Alvarado. Oh, is that El Nuno? You're in this race somewhere. Or at least I think you are. Did the safety car come in? I missed that entirely. No, safety car's still there. All the race laps done under yellow, that's what it is. Making my car bounce. Whoa, 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 whoa. Try and get to pop a wheelie. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I think they're only 3 laps, but they're quite slow, aren't they? I mean, the lights are still on, so I don't know if it's going to be another one. I'm driving the Porsche 993 GT2. The last year that was ever really any good. In the Freisinger Motorsport number 4 car, my teammate, which has someone from the Discord in it, Bill, he is actually behind us. He qualified in front, but he did not have a good start. And he's, yeah, you see that black fronted Porsche down the line, that's him. He's behind Kuazu in the Marcos, behind the other... Where is he? He's behind the second yellow Viper. There is a helicopter flying over my house. Well, luckily, I've remembered to put it on time and not laps. So there's 120 laps, which is 500 kilometers, or 3 hours. Now, luckily, I learned from my mistake last time, and I have made sure to set it to time. So we're not going to be waiting for hours and hours to get to 500 kilometers. This yellow flag period does take up time. Trying to warm up my brakes and tyres, but I can't. I can't. Can he do it? I think the safety car is about to pull off. There we go. We're about to go green flag racing again. Let's hope it stays that way. Two hours, 36 minutes left to go, so we're definitely going to hit the 3 hour mark before the 500 kilometer one. Gonna take it easy on my tyres, at least as much as I can. Really difficult too. I mean, luckily we're not just flat spotting on one side, so I'm going in a straight line when I'm flat spotting. Come on. I'm going to brake super early. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. Got shit all over my tyres now. Well, we're still in a points position, so that's good news. Getting lots of lockups here. If I just brush the brake in first gear, I'm getting an instant lockup. I know. Trying to get around this last corner. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I definitely need to change some of the values of this tyre stuff at least. I don't think it will make too much difference, but I can try. That's moving it forwards. No, that's moving it backwards. Oh, that's a bit better. I didn't think about that. That's pretty good, eh? Well done, thank you for that. A little bit bad still, but better than what it was. That was a nice last corner. So difficulty for today is 95%, just because they were running 4 seconds a lap faster than me, which is not what should have been happening. There we go. I'm looking behind me to see if I'm flat spotting at certain speeds. It's a little bit hard to feel it through the wheel all the time, especially if you're braking in a straight line. It's definitely still happening in first gear, but it's not happening in second anymore as far as I can tell, or at least not happening in the high second gear. That's actually a brilliant idea. I didn't even think about that. Gears are very much set up to go through them quickly in the mid part of the track. Yeah, true, but at this point I think they're so broken, like, I don't know if it would make too much of a difference. I'm not really sure how the CC thing works, but I think they're pretty set in stone. Oh, lunch. I ate my lunch when I got up. Have fun with your lunch. See you in a bit. Damn it. Turbo activate. Really hard to get the right line around here. Maybe if I was in VR it'd be a bit easier, but I don't want to do that for a stream. I tend to only use VR in a stream if I'm rallying. Oh, that's not good. Come here. Porsche's really strung around this last corner. He's had a really bad lap all of a sudden. Got around him nicely. 6 seconds to the guys ahead. Wonder how our teammate's doing. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. We've already got GT cars up ahead. I think you might be right about the tyre pressure stuff. I'm not sure. I don't want to say that's how it works and give myself a placebo effect. It seems to be less intense. The only way to tell would be to move the brake bias all the way back forward again, wouldn't it? Beautiful. I see David Osborne ahead. He's not had a great time in the list. He's in 4th place, battling what it seems like with the Car Sport Holland car. So I think that's the reason they're slowing up. They are having a huge battle. Locked up my tyres going into T1 there. That's okay. Chamberlain Motorsport car just dropped right off. These guys battling up here has given me enough time to catch up, which is very nice of them. This list is struggling to keep up as well, surprisingly. Can we overtake David Osborne here? Seems to have sped back up again. I get the feeling they make up like all their time in the third sector, and I can catch up in the first and second, especially the first. Ah, my fucking... Get into first gear, there we go. Does it sound like a lister behind me? It does. Stop going into neutral. I don't understand why it's doing that. Never had that problem before, for fuck's sake. I really wanted to fucking overtake you, god damn it. For some reason it doesn't like being in first. I wanted to go into first so I can get good runs out of the corner. Already done half an hour of the race, most of which was under yellow flags, I think. go, first gear. Fucking hell, that wasn't that hard, was it? Neutral again. Don't understand why it's doing that. I'm trying really hard. I really am. What makes it quite fun. God damn, first gear again. It's because my revs are too high or something. Get them back down again. Please. It is impossible. I don't understand. I need to use first gear. Well, it just bogs down. I don't go anywhere. There we go. Beautiful. Ooh. Good fast lap there. back up to David Osborne again. Another faster lap. Come on. Yeah, I went off up this hill corner here because I lost first gear for a second. I couldn't use engine braking to brake, so I went off the circuit. Just caught back up with them now. Got David Osborne ahead, Conrad Motorsports car. Then not sure who's in front of that. Haven't seen the GT cars yet. Looks like one of the Chamberlain engineering, not engineering. I can't remember what it is. What's that yellow one? Belmondo cars is in first, I think. The other Lister that won the first round is in second place with. Even with that penalty, the 40 grams of success ballast is pretty amazing. Yeah, it's really annoying, like they're super fast in the qualifying and then all of a sudden they're really slow in the race or something. So I'm a little bit disappointed by the difficulty setting. A bit frustrating. Going on past David Osborne there. Oh, someone stopped on circuit there. Gonna move on past them. Come on. Yeah, it's frustrating because I went through all the AIWs and I thought I fixed all of the qualifying to race ratios. It worked for Valencia. Apparently it hasn't worked here. Maybe I need to put more time into quali ratio and race ratio differences. It seems like that Lister is actually just kind of slow, like the Conrad Motorsports made it past quite quickly. No. Oh, that's close. Oopsie daisy, come on. One off there. Back into neutral, that's not where I want to be. God damn it. Get in gear, you absolute bastard. Come on. Oh, we're up with the GT cars now. Less than half a tank now. Every fucking time. Please, I need first gear. Must be the way I'm changing gears or something. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. Battling with the car like crazy because it won't get into gear. Please. Trying to overtake David Osborne in this number 15 Lister here. Keep getting past him and then I keep screwing up. Love how these cars make their speed. Just throwing down the throttle, opening up all the taps, just giving you nearly 300 kilometers per hour down the straight. Absolutely fantastic amount of speed. Behind this NGT, so am I. There we go. So did I say almost 300 kilometers per hour? I was way off, for like 40 k's off. Come on. Not too much longer to go on this stint. We'll hand it over to our counterpart. Whilst I go grab some water and a bite to eat, possibly. So this time it's 500 kilometers or 3 hours instead of it being just 500 kilometers. Because GTR2 works with time or laps, and laps, or just laps. So I've set it over to time. The race distance is either, so 500 kilometers around here is 120 laps. But we've had 2 4 course yellows already. So we probably won't be reaching that today. Already nearly 1 hour down. We've still got 10 laps of fuel left to go. Trying to pit me because of my tyres. I will not be pitted. I swear. I swear. Expletive, expletive. Trying to pit me. swear down. My lord. Do be struggling a bit though. Keep the power down. There we go. Please, I beg thee. Gears, please. That was a weird little glitch jump over the curb as well. My favourite bit of the track, this straight. Please. Nice. I beg thee. Didn't even want to go second there. Boy. One car in the pits already. Wonder who that is. Nice. Felt good. This is going in. every time when I come to that corner. We're doing a lot better on fuel. If that's a Porsche thing around here, especially with the really long straight, it doesn't guzzle as much fuel as the Lister and stuff. Oh, come on. There's my teammate, Bill. He's come out of the pits. Must be down a lap by now. I believe he did get weight. Looks like it didn't help him in this case. But if he does finish a lap down or whatever, that will be taken straight off. Sorry. Yellow flag somewhere. We're in first. Still yet to pit though. Going well. The others have all made pit stops. So I think we're going to make ours this lap, just so we can make best use of new tyres when we get back in the car. Come on. Pit light is on. Pretty annoying how the qualifying with speed was so much higher than the actual race pace speed. I'll have to take a look at that for the next round and make sure I properly test that. Yeah, no, I did change them. I did change them. Beautiful. Be the last one to come in. And we can look at the retirements and everything. Why? It takes a while to fill out this car. Do it faster. Might end up being quite well, depending on how long the pits are. Oh. Interesting. Are we coming out in first place? The absolute mad lads, let's save that. Oh, he got us. But the slower driver is in now, so I imagine we'll lose some positions. Well, we've got NGT up to 8th place. Of course, they haven't pitted yet. Corazor, who's pitted. Fantastic. There's Al Nuno in the number 1 car. Pennzoil cars doing quite well considering they qualified quite far back. Got some GT cars pulling up the rear. They're not having a great time. We've got some retirements. So Bill the Penguin, he is out. I need to remember why he's out. Give me a second, I just have to pull that down, pull that up. Oh, Bill the Penguin is out. Lap 37 with suspension damage. And then we have number 22, Weath Racing car. They're out on lap 5 with engine problems. And number 7 of Christian Reed is also out on lap 5 with engine problems as well. So 3 retirements so far, including my teammate, which isn't great for their championship standing. See how far behind my AI driver is compared to my times. Right, I'm gonna go grab some water. Be right back. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Oh my god. Hang on a minute. Big stupid. See if there's any close battles going on behind, and we'll stick with them. David Osborne and Sabatini. And I'll be back. Whoa, we're in the car now. Just put my gloves on. Ooh. Can't drive without my gloves on. Did anyone else see my British touring car online stuff yesterday? That was some good racing, apart from when I murdered Liam. But I won a race after I murdered Liam. Okay, we're turning the car on, putting it in gear. There we go. One of the Paul Belmondo cars leaving. The beautiful, oh no, Marcos, come on. I saw some of it have my head on the desk for a while. From your hangover. Oh yeah, because you started drinking last night, didn't you? Oh no. So let's see what we can do with the last 46 minutes of the race left. I wonder if we can get a win. But I completely understand what you say about like getting a bit fed up with it. Like when I used to do VEC, like I used to love it for years, and then it got to the point where like having to practice 200 laps, 300 laps before a race. I mean, that's a bit more of an extreme example, but you know, that was once every 2 months or once a month back then. So like when you're doing it once a week, and then there's like a short break of 2 weeks, and you're doing it once a week again, it's so much. And it's the same with me in like music and drums. Like I love it, I love doing it, but every so often you just got to give it a break after doing it for so long. Of course I'm not in gear. Why would I be in gear? That would be too easy. So my counterpart is doing like 140s and high 39s. My fastest is a 39.3, but I did have fucked tyres. Let's see what we can do now. Oh, please. I swear. To Jeebus. There we go. Why not be letting me into that gear because the revs are too high? Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, the BTC, I can't die yet. I've only just started really getting into it. I'm hoping that if I can turn up every week, which is my plan, I can battle for the championship. I think Castle Coombe really suits my driving style though, so be interesting to see. And I think definitely reminding people of track limits is good. Because I think when people are being super cheeky with track limits, I don't know what I'm doing. When it's like, you know, 2 tyres on the white line or you're cutting the corner, I think I tend to do a bit better. I was watching, I think I was watching Turi do a lap before you came, and it was like just on the grass the entire time. It was hilarious. But then I did the same, and I was quite fast as well. I got like 3rd fastest or something. So we're in second place at the moment. It's pretty good. Oh, he's conked out. It's a lot easier to drive with non-fucked up tyres. Not gonna lie. See the number one Chamberlain Motorsport car out there? Or was it Chamberlain Engineering? There we go, just being a bit smoother on the gear changes there. Car ahead is in the pits. Wonder if we can try and get ahead. Turn. I did exactly the same time as I did last. Oh my god. That was the same, right? That was exactly the same as my fastest time. Hey, I'm in first. Saying that. I think that's ruined my tyres again. being caught by the car behind. I think we had a bit more fuel in the tank than them when we pitted, so I think we had a quicker pit stop there. Being a bit calmer has allowed me to actually get into first gear, which is nice. Oh, lost a bit of grip there on the rear. There we go. Go fastest lap I've done so far. Beautiful. Car behind, I think, has been caught up in traffic. Someone's gone off there on the left, I think. Where those skid marks are looking on the road. It's really nice to just drive a car with a H-pattern box, honestly. I don't want to go on a rant now. I think so many games focus on, I don't want to say racing, real life racing, is the way to say it. They focus on racing now and next. There's not really much dedicated to the past, you know, apart from like AC, but like the games that are really popular, iRacing and ACC and other stuff like Sport coming out in the future, they're going to be focusing a lot on GT3 racing. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's great that we can represent the now, but with the way that things like motorsport games are going, they're gonna, I don't know, maybe it's just a motorsport game things, but they're gonna fuck it up. And we're not gonna have any games to race with. Or at least not any games that I particularly want to play. There's where stuff like BTCO and the Pit Stop League and HSO and ISO come in. They have like classic racing. I'm not saying I just want classic racing, but I think there's too much focus being put on like how to make a game e-sporty enough. Hello, Teresa. We're in first, on pace alone. I thought I was too quick, and then I put my second driver in, and he was also quick. So I was like, well, looks like we're supposed to be here. So I don't feel bad about it anymore. We are being caught up by second place though. Well, I lost my train of thought. Not that I just want classical cars, but there seems to be such a focus on modern machinery. Kind of lose a bit of like, and if every game is doing it, then they're not really different. And if they're all battling over the same licenses, then they'll kind of interact with each other in a negative way instead of doing different things. I don't know, does that make sense? Am I just talking gibberish? Especially with like licensing problems nowadays, it's impossible to get a racing game to work correctly, almost. Or things like ACC where they have the license, but their focus is so much on multiplayer that there might as well not be a single player because of esports. And then you have Sport, which is the esport sim game, which ACC already does, and iRacing already does. I don't know. At least from the public point of view. If you're playing those games, I imagine your perception would be different. I think my point is not about the modern cars themselves, or not imitating older classics or such and such. I think my point is if every racing game tries to do the same thing, you haven't really got anything to play. Because if you don't want to do that one game, you're not going to want to play the other 3 games that are doing the same thing. And that's where games like Project Cars 2 to an extent was like the last game to really try and fill that spot where sim racing games were kind of supposed to be fun. That makes sense. Despite Project Cars 2's problems. Then they released Project Cars 3. Bit of a problem, that one. don't know what I'm ranting about. I think after this Le Mans weekend, and knowing that Motorsport Games holds the licenses to like the WEC, NASCAR, IndyCar, the British touring cars, and they've pretty much have ruined all of our chances of getting games of those games. I'm a bit angry that the games that we do have are all just doing the same thing. In terms of what they're trying to achieve. Of course, they're all going to be similar to some extent. They're cars being driven around the track. We're being caught by P2 here. It was the blue one that conked out last time, wasn't it? Give me capital, let me direct a game. I know! That's what I feel like. Problem is, I want all of Motorsport Games licenses and I'll do them myself. The Lister do be coming though. Just saw it weaving in and out of that GT traffic there. And it's the same as like, it made me disheartened when WRC Generations was like a regression from WRC 9 and 10. Like, how do you manage that? How do you make the game worse? It's literally the same game with more stuff in it. And I'm not trying to say that GTR2 is the best because of XY modding or XY this and XY that. I feel like GTR2 has that replayability. Like, I look at the people that I'm seeing streaming ACC, you've got like Jardier and Rory Alexander and stuff. They're just grinding LFM races like every night, every day. Like, maybe if you love that, maybe if, you know, the racing is good, I get it. But it's again, like, I want to get those points, I want to get that safety rating, I'm going to go up the ladder because esports. It doesn't have to relate to esports all the time. I'm being hounded here. Yeah, totally crumbles. It just gets stale, doesn't it? Like, I've played like 600 hours, like 400 hours of ACC. I love that game. I'm not trying to shit on it or anything, like, but it got to the point where, like, if you want to do some decent racing, you're not going to do it in single player. You have to do it in multiplayer. So how are you going to do that, right? You want to do a championship, you've got to join a league. A lot of the leagues now are run by like the 3 or 4 main big ones, which is Coach Dave Academy, RCI, like AOR, and what's the different one? LFM. And so a lot of the big leagues now, you can't barely get into. And then a lot of them you have to pay for now, I think. They've been building up to the point where they want to monetize the esports aspect of it. Okay, so now, where do we go from there? So you've paid for it, what are you going to do with your time? You're going to practice probably every day for the month leading up to that endurance race or whatever you're doing. That guy that can't afford to do that, and he is a second slower than all his teammates, 2 seconds slower than everyone else, how is he going to have fun? But then I guess that's why you, I don't know, I don't want to sound bitchy, that's why you joined a specialised league, I guess, you know. I remember when, years and years ago when I was watching Jimmy Broadbent streams, he was doing like the F1 races on R Factor 2 or 1, I can't remember what it was. And their rule was you were not allowed to practice until you got onto the race weekend. They put up 2 practice sessions for you, and you had to be there for those 2 times if you wanted to practice. And it's the same as the BTCO, like no one practices unless they're actually in the practice session, which is why the racing is so close and enjoyable, because it's different. The cars are different. The atmosphere is different. Yeah. I don't know, I can't quite understand the point I'm trying to make. I think I understand to myself that I find those games annoying because of what they're trying to get at. And what they're trying to get at is this idea that you have to take it serious to the point of unenjoyment. Lack of single player support. Of course, like, if you enjoy those things, then do it. Like, I've done it for years. But it's like Crumb was talking about wanting to step away from actually doing the racing part. You know, that's why I'm now doing this, my driver career. To me, this is more enjoyable to be able to make up my own story and enjoy a single player racing experience, to go through the history of GT racing, than actually joining a championship, an online championship. Yeah. And it's a shame because I think, you know, when Rensport came out, it was like this, you know, I really liked the idea of it. And then all they've shown so far is this GT3 Porsche driving around Hockenheim or something. And then they were like, oh yeah, we're the next big free esports sim, and we've already contracted all these people to do the esports thing. And it's like, who are you catering to? Is it people who want to become esport superstars or something? And it's the same as, like, even when I see, like, for example, videos from Super GT, right? The racing looks super fun on the online races, but I understand that a lot of people spend a lot of their night grinding those races. So even the game that, like, started a lot of racing fandom for a lot of people has turned into a grind fest. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think someone's already done the AMS2 career mode better than them. There's a Racing Life app you can get for AMS2 that allows you to create, like, to drive for different teams and build up a character with money and experience. Then it depends what you're looking for, isn't it? I think I've done, like a lot of people, even that are in the BTCO and stuff, you recognise those people who have done those leagues for years, you know. I think a lot of people who are quite new to sim racing, especially since the pandemic, are doing the really competitive stuff because they are new to it, they find it exciting. I mean, I did when I started. I love the idea of being put up against the best, you know. It was a really good way to test my skill, and, like, to just, you know, the broadcasts and everything was super cool to watch. It just got to a point where it just became not fun. Like, I remember I did like 200 laps around Sebring in a GTE car in a day, and I was still 2/10 off the second slowest guy. And it wasn't because I could do anything better. I wanted to race in VR. But because Sebring on that game was so badly optimized, even though I'd paid £15 for it, right, £15 for a track, or was it £7? I can't remember how much it was back then. That I couldn't race it. The headset, that my computer lagged so much on that track with the lowest settings that I would lose time, like 7/10 per lap. And all my teammates were literally like, I got into an argument with the team owner, right? Fucking, we had to call him he was the actual team owner, and he would have a go at you if you didn't do enough laps or you didn't practice well enough. This Lister is getting away from me, and I was just like, I'm done. Come on. Get fucked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Yeah, I am just faster today. And I think I'm really bored of unfinished games. Like, N Sport's supposed to be the free-to-play esport game, and that just screams to me like they're going to release it and constantly update it, and it's just never going to really work as intended unless it's for the people organising the big esport events. Like R Factor 2, like on the Le Mans 24-hour thing, was like, there was definitely some things in there that I don't think we have in the public builds. And why? Why are we being left behind? This wasn't meant to turn into a rant about sim racing. Gonna have a battle with this Lister here. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the gear knob. 12 minutes to battle this out, so could spend time giving him some space and getting my tyres back down from their high temperature. Got third place car catching us as well. So thank God I remembered to put the time on for this one. I would have not have liked to have done 120 laps around here. Estoril in this car is not the most fun experience. Then again, I think the argument I'm making isn't just to do with sim racing, right? I think I like to make the argument on sim racing because I think there is so much scope to broaden the experience that I find it a shame that it is not, which is why I'm angry with like motorsport games, because we've had an opportunity to expand the experience of motorsports in different categories. Because, I mean, in my opinion, there is definitely a correlation between video game sales and popularity of said motorsport. You know, I don't think Formula One, yeah, Drive to Survive, but I don't think Formula One would have been as popular to begin with if it wasn't for the really popular F1 games, you know what I mean? People aren't interested unless they can interact with it. That's why museums have interactable stamps that kids can stamp these cards with, and they have to play hide and seek, don't they? Because that's what they find interesting. Please. This might have been a mistake. It was nearly a mistake. I'm too good. Is Estoril the most fun experience than anything? No. It's a very mid-track. I'm convinced that sports series use it because they're not allowed to go anywhere else and they want to pad out the track roster. Getting some four-wheel slides going on right now. What, 9 minutes? Try and keep this up. Old layout was better. I'm not sure if I know the old layout. Do suck because these cars have zero grip at 70 kilometers per hour. Or at least this car it has no grip. Very nice. Yeah. Al Nuno, there's your car in the gravel trap. We're about to see it in a second. There it is. Rip. Indeed. Take it easy for a few laps and keep my tyres fresh before the Lister comes back. Barely any GT traffic this whole race. There's not many NGTs. To be honest, you're spending so much time in the lower gears that you're not much faster than them in the corners anyway. Love going through the gears on this car. Very, very nice feeling. Perfect. One of the Paul Belmondo cars up ahead. It was a really good six-way battle for the lead earlier. we go. But thank you all for coming and joining me today. For the ending of this round 2 at Estoril. Wasn't the most exciting race. Estoril, well, apart from when I was out of the car, there was a 6-way battle for the lead. That was pretty exciting. But unfortunately, Estoril doesn't always give the most exciting races. But we could end up with a win. An actual on-pace alone win. I thought I was too OP, put the shit driver in the car, being the AI driver, and he actually was putting in the same lap times as I was, so this is absolutely down to pace of the car, and mine and my teammates' pace, so if we win, I won't feel bad about it, but we've got to defeat the Lister. We've got another 5 more minutes to do it. Yeah, to be fair, there are a lot of bike tracks that are only good as bike tracks, if that makes sense. But then they try and put bikes on. I think that's what it is. There's car tracks and there's bike tracks. You shouldn't mix the two. It should just be a bike track. This is pretty close behind. Actually, I said that the Marcos is the only car with a sequential gearbox, but I'm actually... Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if the Lister is H-pattern or sequential at this point in 2000. I know they were in 1999. Or were they? Who knows? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? We've got some better tracks coming up. I can't remember what round 3 is. Come on. We're almost there. This Lister breathing down my neck. Oh, really? Well, the car I'm driving would be sequential. I'm not sure. It does vary per team, yeah. I think it's... I can't remember what it is, but it's something... I think it might be Monza, and then it's Silverstone, and then it's round 3 of the ALMS, and then it's Le Mans. I said Silverstone for the NMS. It's a Monza, Silverstone, FIA GT, then Silverstone ALMS. Just like remembering what my spreadsheet looks like in my head. And there are 3 races I'm not taking part in the FIA GT. They're actually being done by Little Fish, or Toby Johnson, if you know him on the... so I'll be handing over my files to him, and hopefully I can stream his perspective if he will allow me. If not, he will just do the races anyways. No, Lister! We're like 2 laps left. I can't slow down and just do 1. Here we go. might make it. This might absolutely make it. Right, this should be the last lap. Just got to keep it on the grey stuff. No, come on. Oh, the list would be right behind. Please no kill. Yay! But keep the accelerator down. I think that's it. Yes! There we go. Oh guys, that means I've got to have kilograms put on the car. The Lister, who finished first in the first race, got second place. We'll definitely do some more testing for the next rounds to make sure. I think I know the AI difficulty is correct. I kind of wanted to just do some racing today, so I didn't spend as much time getting this Estoril one ready, but as far as I can tell, it seems like the AI difficulty was correct, with my AI driver being worse than me, but putting in equal times to what I was doing. So yeah, that was definitely a good win there. Bloody first gear. Please. We're going to find a place to go do some donuts. Where do you reckon I go do some donuts? Do it over here, right? This didn't work out as well as I had hoped. Do donuts on the gravel. Seems like only one wheel is drifting. That's the worst donuts ever. Let's head back to the pits because I need to take a make sure I get the finishing order onto the stream so I can add the points and the weights, which I will do for the next round. Oh my god, I ruined my tyres. That's a nice housing estate. Also, I appreciate all the effort of them to put all like the marshal posts in. It's quite cool. Come on. I reckon we can go exploring. Oh, okay. Yay! Our first win of the season. So we lost Christian Reed, the Weath Racing car, both because of engines. Surprising Motorsport with Bill Penguino, not good for their championship. They had a suspension failure. Nuno Pavia, again, is a Walloba in chat. He retired on lap 43 with suspension failure. And Claude Yves Gosselin, the Paul Belmondo Racing Team, out on number 72. quite a lot finishing on the lead lap there, with the Lister Storm only finishing 5/10 behind pretty much. Then 2 seconds, 6:26. There was close there. 3 cars. So David Osborne finishing 5th place. So he gets 2 points this round. Very valuable points to get. And still no weight on the car, so that's quite good. And the Car Sport Holland Mark Hasemans, 6th place, getting the last point. The Auto Lando of Sabatini, they were high up most of it. They were in 2nd place for most of the race, but I think they ended up getting pushed out. And the last one, finishing off the lead lap, is Corazon in the Marcos Racing Team, again missing out on the points. But the lead down here is Labra Competition Chiru. They won last race. Emka doing a fantastic job of finishing 2nd place, finishing on completely separate laps, actually. Labra Competition Chiru, the 2nd one, that DNF the 1st race, they finished in 3rd. Abolto Orlandi in the Mac Racing doing quite well. Pennzoil would have thought to see them higher up. They were actually gaining for a lot of the race, but it seems like it was not to be for them. But they still get some points, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they finish off the points there, with the top 3 getting weight ballast again, with the Mac Racing and RWS Red Bull Racing finishing off the last 2 running positions. So that is the end of that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I probably won't be doing another race for a couple of weeks now, because I've got to, well, I need to test the next track. I'm going to make sure that I actually do proper testing before I jump in, try and do a race. It could be difficult, and I've got to make an operation for not this weekend but next weekend. Crumbles, you are more than welcome to join us for that. We would love to see you there. It's going to be an FFO. We're going to be playing as the US Marines. It's going to be quite good. And this weekend is, what is this weekend? Modern, then it's Cold War, then it's Millennial. It's Millennial this weekend. And I'm platoon commanding, so that'd be quite cool. So yeah, no race for a couple of weeks, just because I'll be busy with other things. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the near future. Also, join my Discord. We're going to be doing some race watch-alongs at some point. I'll ping you all about it, and we'll sit down, grab some snacks, and we'll watch some old racing cars go around in circles and laugh at them. So that'll be quite fun. Anyway, cheers. See you in a bit. Bye.